So we're now on to station 3, race car. So this time around, what we're looking at is if I give a race car different masses, what's the force required to get it to my finish line? So that red line over there. So we're going to start just as a key. I'm going to give it three types of forces. A small, that's going to be my tap. I'm then going to give it kind of a push, and then I will give it a strong push. So I'm going to give it three types, and we're going to see how does it get to the finish line. So I'm going to start off with no mass on my cart. I'm going to give it a push. Sorry, I'm going to start with a tap, so it's one finger, and a tap. So it gets to my finish line. It got to there. It was pretty easy. With just the tap, it made it to that same line. So next I'm going to give it a push. Still no mass. Still gets there, goes quite a bit faster. Now let's going with a strong push. That's probably my fastest yet. It makes it all the way to the wall. And again, with each bigger push, each bigger force, my car went farther and it went faster. This time around, I'm going to add one of my 500-gram masses into the center of the car. I'm going to still give it the three kinds of pushes. So I'm going to start off with my tap. So with my tap, that small mass added to the car, it doesn't get as far. It goes pretty slowly. I'm going to bring it back. Now I'm going to give it the normal push. So it goes farther, gives it a little bit faster, but it's still not quite as much as it was without the mass added. So now I'm going to give it my strong push. Okay, so it still goes. We eventually get to the wall, but that had to bring quite a bit of force to get it there. So I still was able to go farther with each push, but not as far as I was without the mass. The third time I'm going to do this, I'm going to add my 1,000-gram mass onto here. So I added my 1,000-gram. So now I've added twice the amount of mass that I started with. So I'm going to start with the tap. Ooh, with the tap, it barely goes anywhere. So that's the same small force I've been giving all three, but it barely goes anywhere and it goes very slowly. So now the next, I'm going to give it the force, just the normal one. So we kind of go there, but it goes pretty slow and doesn't make it too far. Probably slowest yet. The next thing I'm going to give it is a large push, strong push. Let's see where it goes. Sorry, my hand hit the floor. That wasn't a very good one. Going back, giving it the strong push. It doesn't go very far at all. It's not very much of a strong push, but it definitely is. So we'll try it one more time. See with that strong push. So we get to the line, we go past it, but it doesn't make it to the wall. And that's the third time giving it a strong push. So it's pretty tough to make it go far with that extra mass. So again, what happens as I give more force? Is the car going farther? Is it going faster every time I give it more force? What's the problem though? The more mass, it also slows. The more mass I put on there, even with bigger forces, it's still going slower. So even as I add that mass to it, everything starts to slow down.